Hello friends, comment ça va? Welcome to Cajun Charles, your place for Cajun cooking and a little storytelling. Hello friends, Cajun Charles here for another great Cajun cooking video. But first, if you're one of my subscribers, I want to thank you very much for being one. Second thing is, I don't know all of you out there who are subscribing. So if at the bottom of this video, there's a comment section. Could you just leave me a comment? What do you think about the video and who you are so I know you're out there? So today, we're going to make Granny's spaghetti. It's a Sunday night at my house. My kids are coming over, my granddaughter Hazel's coming over, and they love Granny's spaghetti. It's pretty simple. We have a couple of pounds of lean ground beef, a small can of tomato paste, your favorite Cajun seasoning. Mine's Cajun Charles seasoning. I got 4 packs of thick and zesty spaghetti mix, some butter. Instead of chopping up a couple onions, I'm going to use some Pick Sweet chopped onions. And there we go. We're going to get this started. Oh, and of course, it's a Sunday night. I got to have my little Bud Light lime. I think I'm going to get started. So I've had my pots going here. I'll take about 3 teaspoons, maybe 4 teaspoons of unsalted butter. Put in this pot right here. And we'll add my ground beef to it. And brown that. Of course, sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on it. It's probably about a half a teaspoon right there. And I'm going to take 2 teaspoons of butter. Put in this other little pot over here. Of course, this speeds things up a little bit. I'm kind of under a time crunch. I don't have time to cut up some onions, so whenever you're trying to cook some of these dishes and you want to add a little speed to the deal, don't hesitate to use some of these pre-chopped up onions, green peppers, celery. They'll have them at your local grocery store. Turn this up a little bit. Turn this up a little bit. Let them saute. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you a little story. I think it's true. Most of them are true, the stories I hear about. 3 good friends down in South Louisiana. We had Boudreaux, Thibodeau, and Melançon. We're out fishing in the Gulf of Mexico. Well, this big storm came up down there and they got stranded on some uncharted island down in the Gulf. And they had been stuck down there for years, 4 or 5 years I think I heard. And one day Boudreaux, he's walking along the bayou and the island. And he found a bottle there on the beach. So he brought it back to that little camp, to Thibodeau and Melançon. Put a little bit more seasoning in there. He brought it back there and he showed them, hey, man, y'all look what I found on the beach. And Thibodeau said, man, you think that could be a genie in that bottle? Kind of looks like one. He says, I don't know. He said, well, did you rub it? Man, no. Melançon, hey, give it to me. I'll rub it. So Melançon rubbed that bottle a genie popped out. Oh man, they were scared at first, and then they asked him, and Thibodeau said, hey genie, can we get some wishes? He said, look, I can grant 3 wishes. So each one of y'all get one. Who wants to go first? Melançon raised me, I'm gonna go first. He says, okay. What you wish? He says, man, I'm homesick. We've been on this island for 5 years now. I'm ready to go back to Homa. Genie said, okay. He snapped his finger. Melançon disappeared. Thibodeau jumped up. I'm next, I'm next. He says, okay. Thibodeau, what you wish? He says, man, I'm like, Melonson, I'm homesick too. He says, I'm from Mambo, Louisiana. I want to go back home. He says, okay. Snap his fingers. He disappeared. Well, the last one's there, old Boudreaux. He's sitting there. He said, oh, yeah. He says, you know, I'm getting kind of lonely here. I kind of miss my partners. I wish they were back here with me. So there you go. His wish got granted. So anyway, we're going to brown these for a while. And that'll take about 10-15 minutes, and I'll get back to you. It's been about 10 minutes on the ground beef. It's been browning, so you can see here we've got it pretty well browned. Now we're going to take our tomato paste. Like I said, a little 6-ounce can. You can use tomato paste, but my mom's recipe, Granny's recipe, she called for tomato paste. So since this is Granny's spaghetti, we're going to use tomato paste. Put that in there. Stir that around a bit. Okay, we want to let that cook for about 5 minutes. So I'll see you back in 5 minutes. All right, our tomato paste has been cooking in our pot here for about 5 minutes. Now, as I've talked about in earlier videos, there was always something missing between when I cook something and my mom and dad cook something. And I finally figured it out at her house one day. When you cook anything with a tomato base in it, tomato paste or tomato sauce, you want to add a little bit of sugar, just to kind of offset the acidity of tomatoes. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon of sugar in there. And that ought to do it. Granny's secret recipe, secret ingredient that she never told us about. And then we're going to add our onions. Mix that together. I'll turn down the heat a little bit. We're going to let that cook for about 5 minutes and then come back to it. All right, Granny's spaghetti here has been cooking about 10 minutes or so. Now we're going to add the packets of the thick and zesty. I decided we kind of like it thicker, so I'm going to do 5 packs instead of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And whenever you're using tomato paste, use a little bit less water. So for every packet, you put 1.5 cups of water. So I got 7.5 cups of water right here. And stir that around. So now we have those ingredients. We're going to add one more ingredient to this. Even though we've got 2 pounds of ground beef in here, my mom always liked to add meatballs, because you got to have meatballs if you're going to have spaghetti. So I just use some frozen meatballs. And just whatever your heart desires. My son likes meatballs, so I always put a lot in there. Now don't forget, subscribers, give me a comment. Let me know you're out there, who you are. Tell me how you like the videos. Give me some requests for recipes. What do you want me to do? I got a long list, but I can move some up the chart if you like. What's a few more? Okay. So now we're gonna put this on about medium. We'll put the lid on it, but not too tight. Just like to leave a little crack on the side. And we're gonna let that cook for about an hour, hour and a half. And I'll check back with you later and show you what it looks like. Okay friends, it's been a little bit over an hour since Granny's spaghetti's been cooking, and we're ready to dish up a plate here. I got a little spaghetti and a little bit of my potato salad. I love my potato salad with it. Then we're going to come over here and now we know in spaghetti you can always add mushrooms and other things to it, but again, this is Granny's spaghetti, and she had 5 kids who all had 5 different tastes and 7 grandkids, and some of them didn't like green stuff, so this is a pretty much simple Cajun spaghetti. And then to top it off, got a little garlic bread down here. Little cheesy garlic bread. And there you have it, my friends. Granny's spaghetti with some potato salad and a little cheesy garlic bread. Au revoir, bonsoir. Hello friends. If you would like to ride along with me in my P-Road and learn some more about my Cajun cooking and hear a few more of my Cajun stories, click the subscribe button below. And if you would like to know when I've docked my little P-Road and ready to cook and tell stories, hit the little bell. Merci beaucoup.